Hey guys, Andy here. I've seen a lot of gold versus silver videos online, and everybody seems to prefer gold. I've got 92 ounces of silver here, pure silver, and two 90% silver coins, 1922, 1923. But the thing is all that silver that you see laying there is approximately, give or take, equal to 1 ounce of gold. So one of these bars of gold would be equal to all that silver. Okay, well, they're saying, for shit hits the fan scenario, whatever, it's better to have gold. Well, I kind of don't agree because, okay, I agree for lightweight, if you've got 1 ounce of silver or 1 ounce of gold that is equal to all this silver, sure, it's lightweight. But what if you have to trade for food or for a ride or even for a car? Are you going to trade a 3, 4, who knows, maybe then might be $6,000 or $8,000 worth 1 ounce gold bar for, $50 worth of food? Or are you going to trade one 50 ounce or $50 bar of silver for $50 worth of food? So I kind of don't agree with that. Sure, yes, you have to carry the extra weight. I mean, if you're bugging out, I'm going to try to go in my 4-wheel drive truck. For sure, I'm going to try to go in my 4-wheel drive truck and see how far I can get. But I would much rather have all these silver bars than one single bar of gold. Because not only can I barter with them, I can barter easier with them. I have my money in multiple different pieces that I can barter with versus one, $5,000 gold bar. But not only that, I can break them up. I can have, 20 of them in my bug out bag. I can have 20 of them in my car. I can have another 20 in my friend's bug out bag, whatever. I can break them up. I don't just have it all in one piece. I mean, if you have just one gold bar, if that one right there was a gold bar worth $5,000 and you need some food, what are you going to do? Are you going to cut off a piece? Who's going to do that? How are they going to know it's real gold? I mean, silver, you can kind of test it. You can see if it tarnishes. It's going to tarnish in a very short amount of time because this is 9.999% pure silver. You can actually see that this one coin here is kind of tarnished. These are circulated coins, but they're still 90% silver. But if you've got a barter, and what you're going to have to do in a shit hit the fan scenario, you're going to have to barter. And you're going to have to be able to trade. I would much rather have, all these silver bars worth $50 a piece rather than one gold bar that's worth $5,000. I mean, just throwing numbers out there. I don't get where people say that, you're better off having gold. Silver actually has the same, if not a better, I don't know what's not the word, and not inflation, but a better return on your investment than gold does. It's been a proven fact over the years that silver actually has a better dollar for dollar return on an investment than gold. So I just kind of wanted to, say that in a shit hits the fan scenario, I'd rather have silver because I can barter with it more. If I want to buy a car that's, a couple $100, I can trade, a few bars of silver. I don't have to try to break down that bar of gold that's worth $5,000 to buy a vehicle for $300 or $300 worth of value. How are you going to break up that bar of gold? You can't. I mean, and what are you going to do? You're going to trade it for silver. I mean, you're not going to trade it for money because currency is going to be, null and void. So I just kind of want to put that out there and say, if it comes to gold versus silver, I'd rather have silver. Unless I've got more than I got here. I've got 92 ounces plus the 2 silver dollars. Plus I've got some other silver coins. But I didn't want to get them out tonight. They're not easily accessible. Some of them are actually in my storage unit. But I just wanted to say that, I'd rather have the silver bars, or at least, a couple hundred silver bars, $10,000 worth of silver bars, and then maybe invest in gold bars. So if you do have to purchase something that is more value or of higher value, to where you might be able to trade a whole gold bar for, maybe a good 4-wheel drive truck or something like that that's worth $4,000 or $5,000, and you could use that 1 bar of gold and maybe barter. Even if the truck's not worth the bar of gold, you can maybe barter for some food or some other supplies, gas, generator, things like that. But in the long run, for the normal prepper, somebody like me that's got less than $10,000 to invest in precious metals, to me, silver is your better investment, because you can break it down into smaller amounts of cash or cash value, and it's just better because you can do that. You're not going to cut up a gold bar. I mean, you're not even going to precisely cut it up. What are you going to do? Cut it up with a pair of tin snaps? You're going to cut it up with a saw, and then you're going to lose the saw shavings from where you make the line cuts. I mean, you just can't easily divide up a gold bar, as to where with silver bars that are, currently worth 30 something an ounce, in a shit hit the fan scenario, they're probably going to jump to 50. But I would much rather trade, a $50 silver bar for $30 worth of food than to try to chisel off a piece of the gold off a gold bar for $50 worth of food or $30 worth of food. It doesn't make sense to me to invest in gold first. Invest in silver first, and then work your way up from there. If you get enough silver to where you have to invest in gold, then go ahead and invest in gold. This here, I mean, that's quite a bit of weight. It's probably, I don't know, I have to figure it out. A troy ounce is like 31 point something regular ounces. So each one of those is, or 31 point something grams, I'm sorry. So, yeah, each one of them is over a normal ounce. So, it's 7 or 8 pounds of silver there that you're going to have to carry. But it's better than, losing your tail on a 1 ounce gold bar that you really can't break up. You really can't break up and show that it's, pure gold. At least here I've got, pure silver bars. I can say, hey, look, this is pure silver. Plus, I'm not carrying all that money around with me. I can break it up. I can hide some here. I can hide some there. I can put some in this bag. I can put some in that bag. You can kind of disperse your savings, your stash, and you can hide it in different places. So if you do lose some, you don't lose it all. So it's just kind of my thoughts on gold versus silver. To me, you're better off buying silver, at least in the beginning, unless, later on down the line, when you've got at least $10,000 worth of silver, then you can buy gold, But I'm not rich like most people in the world today are not rich, and most people probably can't even afford the silver that I've got laying here. So it's just kind of my thoughts, kind of get you guys thinking. I see a lot of videos out there that say, oh, buy gold, buy gold, buy gold, because it's smaller, you can hide it easier. But yeah, if you can hide it easier, you can also lose it easier. I'd rather lose one of these silver bars, I'd rather lose that one right there than to lose that one right there that's solid gold, and then I've lost it all. So just kind of get you thinking. let me know what you guys think. You know, leave me a note down there in the comments, and like and subscribe to my channel, and you know, help promote my channel if you like my videos, and I'll try to make you more. Thanks for watching.